Start, but you can start anytime.
Oh, okay. And now, a question. Is it best to look at the camera or not?
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
Yeah, because you are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're not catching you unawares. You are speaking to the audience, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question. Keep your hands to yourself.
Who's he talking to?
Me.
Talking to her, yeah.
My name is Robert McIntosh. I'm the owner of a 1,200-acre tree farm located just south of Miller, Slovenia State Park. It's a tree farm that has been now in our family for 5 generations. It was started by my great-grandfather in the late 1890s. And what I wanted to do was to try to give, from the perspective of a tree farmer, a sense of why we value the critical areas ordinance. And I think there are really 3 reasons. And first and most important is that in the tree farming business, we're trying to maintain a complete ecosystem, which happens to be, in a sense, the ecosystem that was in this part of the country before civilization came and started cutting down trees. And what we've learned from our experiences in tree farming is that you have to be very careful with ecosystems, and when you start disturbing one part of it, even a part that seems insignificant, you put the rest of it at risk. I can give a good example that we encountered 25, 30 years ago when we were trying to start growing young trees in a part of the tree farm that had originally been cleared for farming. And we found out that it's very hard to grow young trees unless you have hawks and other predator birds to keep the field mice under control. We kept planting trees, the field mice kept eating the trees, and it turned out that the reason was that there were no hawks available to scare away the field mice. My dad finally solved the problem by building artificial hawk perches and scattering them throughout the farm, the cleared farmland. So I guess the point to me is that you don't know until you get into it what elements of your ecosystem are important. And that's why we welcome any guidance that we can get from the county in this area. And we need help because I don't have the time or the money to do all the research on my own. We need to do the right thing environmentally to keep our tree farm viable. We can't afford to destroy crucial parts of our ecosystem, but I can't afford to spend the time or money to figure out which parts of it are crucial. And that's where the critical areas ordinance comes in. And I guess another point that I would want to make is that I see what I would call sort of an unfortunate American tradition where it grew out of the fact that we had a country with an expanding frontier, and there was always new territory somewhere where you could pick up and move to when you had made some sort of environmental mistake in your current location. You'd fouled your own nest, so to speak. Well, pack up, move on, light out for the territory, start over someplace else. Well, for 2 reasons now, that's not an option. First, there is no more frontier. Second, our family has been in this area since the mid-1850s. We're on our 5th generation, And not only do we have no place to move, we have no desire to move. And that's why for us, the kind of guidance and environmental protection we can get from the critical areas ordinance is so important.
That's beautiful. That's really good.